Hello, hello. This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I am out in the Bluebird Bungalow to create. This is an extra Christmas in July video that is following along right behind week number 5 freebies. This is what we made in week 5, just prior to this. It is an envelope folio. It's made from 2 envelopes and an insert. And I gave you all the freebies for this. That will be linked below in the playlist for Christmas in July freebies. So what I did is I printed out a bunch of the envelopes, and I have all the ephemera that I gave you throughout the month, and I got a few bits and pieces together, and I'll show you that in the next portion of the video. So I have made a bunch of cards, and I wanted to keep it simple so that it can be speedy for you. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how I store them in my, I think in the chest and the book, and you'll have a bunch of cards done just like I have. So keep watching and watch me make some cards. See you again in just a moment. Before we start making our Christmas cards, I wanted to do a review of all the freebies for Christmas in July. This is week 1, and it is a folio, which surprise, and I've got the different ephemera in there that we will be using possibly on our cards. There's a little note area in there and more spaces to tuck things in. So that is week 1. All the videos are in a playlist. I'll link that below in case this is your first time finding me. This is week 2. It's a calendar pocket. I give you November, December calendar freebie that week. You will get a little plaque like that. It's just paper. It's really fun if you've got the real metal ones. And then on this side, and I did decorate this with an extra freebie that I'll talk about, the postal freebie. It has a little notepad and a notebook and 2 ephemera postcards. These others and this I'll show you. It was an extra freebie. Okay, so that was week 2. Week 3 was a slash folio. This is not included. This is something that I just stuck in to show you the pockets. It has the slashes, and the ephemera for that week was vintage photos, and there's some slash pockets there and on the back. That was week 3. Week 4, and this I just brought them out to just reiterate the difference you get with the type of paper that you use. So week 4 is a folio and a folio, and again with pockets for the ephemera. Let's see, and I always get confused. There we go. Then this opens up with pockets for the ephemera also. So this was week 4. Okay, I don't want to play with that. I did this one with magnets in here, and this one with Velcro. Okay, week 4. week 5, which this is following directly on the tail end of this. I have just brought this live today. So if you're jumping ahead, just back up and find this in that in the playlist. This is an envelope folio. So I've made the freebie envelopes and this insert, and there are 2 tiny envelopes that can either tuck in there, tuck there, or be gift tags. But that was week 5. Okay? So now that I've just reviewed that, let's get started making cards. Let me show you what I've got ready. There are some freebies. We'll talk about the freebies first. I have made a sheet of word strips all about Christmas. We're going to use those. Not all of them probably, but some of them. You will also receive this as a freebie. This is meant to be cut and inserted into the card as a greeting inside. You will receive 1 sheet of this. You will receive this freebie of ephemera, which I thought I had already given you, but I don't believe I have. So that will be included. These will be great to use on cards. This, let's turn it this way. I really don't want to think. I really just want to do. I don't want to have to go, oh, do I like this? Do I like that? Can I really avoid that? Probably not. But you'll receive this. This is just some simple, very simple ideas on how to lay out the ephemera for your cards. And of course you would put in whatever you want with it. So that will be a freebie. And this is a freebie. This is kind of a compilation of some of the freebie papers that you have got, that you have received. Let me use good English if I can. This is, and I think, let's see, I did make some notes of where they came from. There we go. So this plaid came from week 3. This black holly came from week 4. This scritchy one has been, or scratchy one, whichever, has been involved in several of the weeks. Week 1, it was given to you, and week 4, I believe, those 2. This is the collage, the Christmas collage, and that was given to you week 1. This is the black dot, and that was given week 3 and week, I thought it was 2 weeks I gave that to you. But for sure, week 3, and then the black plaid, or the black, excuse me, the green buffalo is week 3, and the holly stripe is week 1. Okay? And if you need to, you can replay. And what I've done is I put it into these sections to match the tag template. This is the medium tag template. This is something that I have for sale in my Etsy shop. I'll link it below. There are 3 sizes. And I do think that I wasn't going to do the 2 the same. I was going to do the small, and I didn't. So now I've got lots of medium tags. But what I did is I print the neutral background if you desire, and then run it back through with the template on, so I won't have to think. I can just cut all these out. Okay, and then this is from week 5, which I just released onto YouTube. I have gone ahead and cut out all of my envelopes that I want. I've got the 2, and I printed them on 22 weight paper from, I think it is Pen and Gear, but it's 22 weight, so it's a little thicker than just copy weight. So I've got my envelopes ready, and I've got my little envelopes and their inserts. Then I've cut out my card bases. And so once again, this holly, the white holly, or light holly, which week was that? That was week 1. The red dot was week 2. The green scratchy background was, which week was that? I think that was week 1. The black dot was week 3. I'm calling this the green blotchy. This one was, let's see, wait, back up. This green scratchy was for week 2. This was week 3. The blotchy green, let's see, where are you? That was week 3. This was the green that was week 1. And then I have those all printed. Those are going to be my card bases. So out of each sheet, I will get 2 cards because I'm going to cut it in half and then fold them in half. That's the size that will fit into the envelopes. Then I've made a sheet just for my reference so that I can show you. This is all the ephemera that was included with the freebies. This is the one you're getting with this particular project for the cards. This one was week 1. This one was week 2. This one was week 3, and this one was week 4, and this is the special one for this add-on. Okay, now I've got a few of them out. This one was the extra one that I mentioned, for postal. I've got 2 of those. I don't know why, just because. This one was the one for week 4, I believe. Yes, that was week 4. Then I've got just a bunch of stuff. I've got the offcuts. I've got some fabric. I've got some, what's this called? Cheesecloth. I've got some offcuts of book pages, offcuts of music paper. I had this sheet of digital ledger, more fabric. I've got a doily, paper doily that I'm going to rip up, and a piece of coffee stained paper. So these are going to be the little extras that I use along with the ephemera to create my cards. So I am going to cut the video right now, and I'm going to go and I'm going to prepare further. I've got my envelopes already, but I want to get all the white cut off of my card bases and cut out some tags, and I'll be back and we're going to create cards. Hope you'll be there. Okay, I have done a lot while I was off camera because I decided there's not any reason you have to see me assemble all my cards. But I am going to do one for you, and then I'll show you what I did off camera. So I did put together my envelope, which is so simple, and I show you that in the previous video, making week number 5, Christmas in July. So I have put it together, I distressed it, and then I've put everything that I want to put together on my card. I put it on the envelope, and I suggest that you do that. If you're going to make cards, print out all your envelopes, make all your envelopes, distress them if you're going to, pull out all of the goodies and ephemera like I had out, and then decide how you're going to put them together. Now, once again, I did give you some ideas. I don't think I followed this very often, but it could come in handy for you. And let me get started. So I did get all of my papers, my card stock that I had printed, and I only did it on one side. I took off the white, cut it in half, folded it in half, and there is my card that is the exact size for these envelopes. Then I went through my ephemera and pulled out different pieces and decided whether I wanted to back them, did I want them to be a tag, did I want a pocket, etc. You'll see those things. Now, this particular card, this ephemera came from week 1. It's a pretty girl sitting on the steps on a snowy day. Now, my thing to her is just go inside. It's cold. And I did decide to back it with red to kind of pull out that. I have the postage stamp. This is from the extras, the postal extras that you can find linked below. And this was also from there. So I want this envelope on it. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the stamp, but then I've got to cross the miles. And I think I'll put that there, and probably the stamp right there. So the first thing I'll put down is my cute girl, the ephemera. And if you have everything ready and don't have to go through a whole thought process, you'll be able to whip out many cards. Many. And I want to talk about the envelope. Yes, this is not suitable for putting an address on to have it seen. Most of what I give will be handed to the receiver, but you could put a piece of, a label, a mailing label. You could do a piece of white copier paper and put the address on it to mail it. Okay? All right, let's get this cute little envelope on. Now, whenever I'm doing this, it could be a tuck spot for something else. I'm not tucking anything else in. I think you're going to come right across here. I don't want to hide that little wax seal. Now, everything I've done, I did distress. You don't have to. It's a matter of preference. And honestly, by doing that pre-work, I can put this together in no time flat. Okay? Is it gorgeous? Is it Hallmark quality? No. But it's done and it's handmade. Now, this is the insert I'm going to use, and I can see it's just a little big, so I'm going to take just a smidgen off the bottom. Now, should I be smart and use my trimmer? Yes. And so what I'm going to do is just put the slightest Let's see if my glue will help me do this. The slightest bit of glue down that side. I don't want to glue it on because I might want to fold it up and put more of a message. So I'm just going to set it right in there. Make sure I'm not over the fold. Have clean hands when you push it down. And there's the card. It slides right in the envelope, ready for giving. Okay? I do want to distress a little around that edge. Okay, let's look at the other cards that I did. So this one, I used one of the vintage Santa pictures from week, what week was that? That was week 3. I made it a tag. I used this from the postal extras and the name. And this I did use the tag template, and that was linked below also. So that's done. I have not glued this in, and I think I'll wait and do that. But that card is done. Then we've got this one. This one, again, I used one of the vintage photos. The cute little girl. And that just seemed to say Merry and Bright. Did a little strip of music paper and some of the doily. And then that will be inside. So nothing special done. Okay. Let's look at this one. This one was from week, let me see, week 4, this ephemera. And I'd used just a little piece of music paper. I did back it on black, and I've got that inside. But just so simple and quick. I know I have a friend who puts hours in on her cards, and then when someone is like, oh, thanks, and then they throw them away, hopefully they won't throw them away, but we know what people do. Okay, let's look at this one. This one, I used a little bit of the fabric. I think I may need to glue that down just a little more. Probably glue stick would be better, but I'm just gonna use my fingers are kind of inky and I don't really want to get it on that. But I used, this one came from the freebie of ephemera that's included on this extra card making session. I used this from the postal. Did I even show you the postal? And then just the magic of Christmas with a little piece of, I think it's tea stained. Yes. What is that called? What is this? What is this? I'm having moments. Cheesecloth. And then I've got the greetings inside to glue down later. So there are 5 cards done. And then I did some little ones. I did a little one with one of the vintage photos on one of the inserts from the previous video. Okay. This one has this pretty girl. She was from week 4. And what I did is this was from the tag template that I printed out on the back. And then I just folded it up so it would be the right size, and she just slides right in there. Oh, and I found, I've got just things I've collected, a little red star eyelet. And let's see what's in here. This one was so simple. I backed it on a piece of book page and put this cute little digital ephemera, and this is from, which week was this from? This is from, I knew I would do this. Okay, week 4. Okay, and this, I left the 2 tags together and it becomes a little booklet, and I can write more messages than just Merry Christmas. And the last little one, I took one of the vintage photos and put it on one of the tags again, cut it off, and a joyous Christmas, and I used just a little bit of ticking that I had torn for something and made a little pull tag. So that will slide right in there. And now, I don't know if any of you are like me, that things get lost. I'm sure you're not. I'm just sure that you always know where everything is. But I decided I wanted to show you how I'm going to use these. Now, I've taken these all apart because I took all the ephemera out of them. So this one is not going to be for cards. This one on the back, I'm thinking I could put in cards to store, but I don't want to use that one. There's this one, and this one could hold quite a few. Let me put this back together because I want to put these into the chest. Okay, so you could put them in there, or, and I took all the photos out of here, they could be stored in there. But let me get the chest. So here's my chest that I've got. It's got empty pockets right now. It will have booklets in it, like the ones in the book. And in the kit, I have a Christmas card list. I am going to take out, did I staple them together? Let's find out, did I? Yes, I did. Well, I am going to, yes, I am. I am going to tear out one of them. Well, am I? Maybe I can from the middle. Let's see. Yes, I can, I think. Because I am going to include it. And if I hadn't stapled it, it would be better. I could just pull it out. Let's try. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to take the list, take the cards, I'm going to wrap them in it, and I'm going to put them down into one of the sections of the box, the chest. I keep calling it different things. Same thing you can use. Let me pull this out. So that's how we would put them into the Christmas chest, and then we would know where they are when it comes time to mail them. Now, in here, where the Christmas card list is, we can make a pocket similar to the pocket I have back here, where it's got kind of a gusset that several cards can fit in, like that. But we could put one, where'd that go? Where are you? Right there. We could have the cards sitting in there, or easier yet, we can put a paper clip with the cards on it on the front and on the back. Do I have another clip? I've got that. I'll do that. Can I? Do you have a big enough grasp? There we go. And then this will sit and wait for me for when I'm ready. Now, I am going to put these back in to the elastic right there. And which one? I think that I liked this one in here also. So we'll just slide this under, where's some elastic? That one. Just like that. Okay, and we're getting nice and chunky. Plenty of room. And then into the Christmas chest, we're going to slide the calendar, and we'll slide that down into there. So there you go. I hope you will utilize the freebies I'm giving you. Make some cards, get the chest, Christmas book and chest kit, which is linked below, and work on it. July is gone, but there's August, September, October. I hope you would be ready by November because everything starts to accelerate in November. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope if you like what you saw that you will give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell so you'll know when I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow creating. Hey, take care. We'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.